What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's predictions time for the Bledisloe Cup game number 3 between New Zealand and Australia. This time being played in Japan, which is going to be an awesome test for these two awesome nations, because it's getting played in the games or in the place where the Rugby World Cup is going to be hosted next year. So this will be a good time to get a feeling for what it's like to play rugby in Japan, and what a game it's going to be. But before we get started with predictions and my thoughts on the upcoming game, if you're new here and haven't yet subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button, join the family. We are approaching 8,000 subscribers, so if you haven't yet pushed that button, hit it now and join the family. But let's get to the business of today, the predictions of the final Bledisloe game. Now, there's been a lot of talk of this game, a lot saying it's a dead rubber, not much to play for, blah-de-blue, blah, whatever. Yes, maybe it is a dead rubber. We all know New Zealand have taken the cup, but there is still so much to play for. It is a build-up between next week, where we see the internationals kick off for the November autumn tests, whatever we all call it. It's going to be epic. It's going to be a good tester. We've seen New Zealand have ups and downs, but once again win the Rugby Championship, once again win the Bledisloe Cup. We've seen Australia really struggle in this Rugby Championship / Bledisloe, but they've had their moments where they've shown a little bit of heart, particularly against Argentina, where the second half of the game they just played some amazing rugby. They are going to be wanting to take that great form that they had against Argentina and put it against the All Blacks. Michael Cheika has been talked about so much because of his job being on the line. He's going to want to prove a point. He's going to want to shut the critics up. He's going to want to go in there with a confidence attitude and really dig in and hopefully pick up another victory against New Zealand like they did in the third and final Bledisloe last year. Now, New Zealand have obviously chosen their squad to tour the two, Japan, as well as obviously November internationals, and I mean, they're going with a fantastic squad, going in strong. A lot's thought they might take a depleted team, but they really haven't. They've got a strong squad, and again, I'm going to repeat what I've said in all the other videos. Even New Zealand's second and third team is still brilliant. They're obviously going to do some feeding around, testing some players here and there, but that's the point, because they want to build the team before the World Cup, so they're going to be definitely testing it. But once we've seen them tested, we still see these players really perform and show a lot of class. So for me, it's going to be an epic battle for them. I'm sure they're going to take this game seriously. Like I said before, they've got the #1 ranking on the line. If they lose to Australia or maybe England as well as Ireland, they are going to go #2. But obviously that is a big ask. New Zealand obviously have good records against the Aussies, but because maybe less on the line, will they sit back and relax? We don't know. If we recap of the previous results, let's go to game 1. New Zealand won that game 38-13, but and the second one 40-12. What we must just realize is those first halves Australia were good. They were showing a lot of strength, they were showing a lot of talent, they were showing how they could play if they just concentrate. New Zealand were just taking it a bit easy, but then once again second half comes and New Zealand just continued to just show up and play strong, brilliant rugby, where they just take on to the next level and show up. And I think they're going to try and do the same, if not attack the game. Let's not forget against South Africa. South Africa completely dominated New Zealand in South Africa a couple of weeks ago, but then New Zealand came back. It is a freaking 80-minute or more game against this team, because they just don't give up. They have that strength, they have the power, they have the determination as well as fitness level to really overpower all the rugby nations around the world. Hence why I am so excited to see this battle of the November internationals. I think it's going to be simply epic. Now, if we look at the results wise, obviously Beauden Barrett was the star of the second game in the Bledisloe, scoring 4 magnificent tries. He could have even got 5, but what a tackle to get him out. But it just showed the pure class of that man. He was obviously under pressure with South Africa, didn't have the greatest kicking boot, but he comes back. And also, he didn't have the greatest kicking boot, but he had a good game against the Box, and he really had a magnificent game against Australia, scoring 4 tries. It'll be interesting to see what the final team will be, but I'm sure Barrett will be in there. You've got Richie on the bench probably. What a star player to have there. There's talk of Dane Coles coming back, Brodie Retallick. I mean, holy cow, guys, that is just gold coming back. I mean, it's frightening to see that they won the championship without stars, and now these stars are coming back to just show us what they're made of, show what they can still do. It is terrifying, really, but it just shows the caliber and the depth that the All Blacks have. But for me personally, I really think Australia are going to try and fight hard for this game. I don't see it being a walkover. I hope it's not a walkover. I hope we get a competitive game between these two awesome teams. But I really think Australia are going to come out fighting. They've got obviously Hooper, Pocock. Israel Folau has been in the media a lot. A lot has been on the blame of him for losing against Argentina over there or in Australia because he didn't pass the ball. If Australia play like a team and their fitness level is up, they've got every opportunity of beating the All Blacks. They really do. They just need to play to their level. They need to play with the same fitness in order to really capitalise and show strength against the All Blacks. It's what they're going to have to do. Otherwise, it's going to be a walk in the park for the All Blacks. They've just got to play their game and really match the level, intensity. The All Blacks attack is good, their tactical kicking is good, their defence is also brilliant, so they're going to need to really concentrate, Australia, if they are wanting to at least pick up some sort of victory. But yeah, it's gonna be an epic game. If I look at some players for me that will stand out for Australia, obviously Reece Hodge is a goodie. Bernard Foley will be interesting to see where he's played if he starts up. I mean, he's a great player, and also Will Guinea, a senior. He said in the media the other day he's tired of losing to the All Blacks. They're going to want to go in this. They're going to want to start off their /November UK tour campaign on a good note, and a win against the All Blacks will definitely give them the confidence booster that they need in order to continue. They've got some big games coming up and they're going to want to really show up. Another player for me is Kurtley Beale. He's really stood up in leadership. Yes, he might be getting a bit old for the game, but there are moments when he played at centre that were pure brilliant ways, and the things he did was good. But obviously Australia have also some depth in there to help them along the way, especially the other centre who can kick the ball, and that's also a big bonus for them going forward. But the boys to watch is obviously Pocock and Hooper for me. Pocock was one of my star Australia players in the championship, so it's going to be interesting to see how he adapts, and hopefully no injuries coming towards him as well as we head over. Obviously the All Blacks, I mean, Cody Taylor, Captain Kieran Reid, that whole team's just brilliant. It's going to be curious to see how Brodie Retallick plays, coming back from injury, but I mean, that guy's pure class, and we're going to see real genius from him. I think he's just going to dominate. I mean, the All Black squad with Brodie in is just completely different, and it's really special to watch, and I think going forward that's going to be a massive help for them in the November International. So let's get to predictions. Right, this game I think is going to be an intense start. They're going to be feeling out the area, seeing what it's like, especially in Japan. I think they're going to be curious to see how it goes on. Again, it all comes down to fitness level. If Australia is not fit and not competing with the All Blacks, they will lose 15 or more. I really hope that's not the case. I want to see a close game. I think it's going to be quite tight at the start. Maybe Australia could pick up a lead here and there, but then the second half I'm going for the All Blacks to come back especially last 65 minutes. And yeah, I don't want to say a big result, but just at the rate I see where these two teams are, who's coming back for the All Blacks, where Australia are at the moment. Yes, they need a win, but New Zealand need to also continue their great form. So it's going to be just as important for them to pick up a win. So wow, we're going to look at an interesting game, but I think in the last 65 the All Blacks will score tries and take the game by more than 10 points. I think it will be great if we can see another close encounter between the two nations. But I just somehow this weekend I just don't have the feeling that the All Blacks are going to go down with the Wallabies. I just see the All Blacks picking up a victory. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tight. But I just see the All Blacks picking up a win by 10 points or more. Should be an epic game. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'm looking forward to watching international games. I think there's also Japan taking on the World 15. That should be an epic game. I'm pretty sure the World 15 will win. A few South Africans playing in that one. Should be an epic encounter as well. But yeah, it's going to be an awesome rugby weekend, and I'm looking forward to it because Currie Cup down in South Africa is playing again. Obviously, Pro 14's back, so it's going to be an awesome weekend of rugby. So, let me know your predictions down below, who you think is going to win. And as I said before, if you're new here and haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button, join the family, and yeah, give a video a like. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.